Hello everyone, and welcome back to another scintillating edition of KobraCasts. I'll be your host, Dr. Cobra, and I apologize, I am still a little sick, so, you know, if I sound sick, that's why. So I got this game from a friend of mine, RageQuitter, who is a very, very good Protoss player. He's better than me, which is not saying all that much, but is a diamond level player. And I'm pretty sure this game is from the ladder? I'm thinking, because is this Kulos Ravine, and I know it's no longer on the ladder. And I can't remember if they took that out at patch 1.1. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. This is post 1.1 because we have the bars up here. But let's not care about that too much. So it is going to be RageQuitter over here as the red Protoss versus AzNCloudBoi, or AZN. Usually that's Asian. I'll go with AzNCloudBoi. Over here is the blue Protoss. So it looks like CloudBoi, AzNCloudBoi getting out gateway on 11. And RageQuitter getting his out on 12, so might have a slightly more economic opener. And also, AzNCloudBoi, excuse me, does have this probe over here and this probe chasing this one, so he's missing 2 probes off the mineral line, where RageQuitter only has a scout off the mineral line. Another thing about RageQuitter is, despite his name, I have never actually seen him rage quit a game. Although it's true, I've never beat him in a game either. Just fun. So this probe's still doing his job, trying to get this guy. It looks like he's gonna get him at this waypoint. Bye-bye, scouting probe. So AzNCloudBoi going with the Cybernetics core next, and RageQuitter also going with the Cybernetics core, a little bit behind, just because he got that gateway out one supply later. RageQuitter is collecting gas, and so is AzNCloudBoi, both collecting gas off one geyser. It's funny how close this geyser is. I don't know. So RageQuitter is saving up a decent amount of gas. Let's see what he wants to get. Is he going to go for a robo? Wouldn't surprise me too much. He is immediately getting out that warp gate, and looks like a stalker, so no robo yet. CloudBoi is getting his first zealot out and getting warp gate out as well, and he is going to go for the robotics facility. Probably try to get an early observer over here so he can see what RageQuitter is doing. And he has had this probe in here almost the entire time, and if he does go for that observer, then RageQuitter will really have no window of time to take him by surprise. So, getting a sentry out, which I think it takes 2 force fields to get this little choke. Both players getting a sentry out, actually. Robotics facility almost complete for AzNCloudBoi, getting out another gateway. And RageQuitter's getting out another gateway as well. Possibly saving up for an expansion. His minerals are getting a little high right now. This stalker poking his head up in here just to see what's going on, but he's going to be able to retreat without taking any damage. Let's see how much he did see. So he did see that completed robotics. So he's going to know what's coming. There's an observer on the way. AzNCloudBoi, well, no, I was about to say he was a little high in his mineral, so maybe he was going to go for an expansion, but doesn't seem to be the case. RageQuitter getting out that second gas and going for his own robotics facility. It's a little bit delayed. I thought maybe he was going to go for an expansion. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he's just a little high on minerals right now. Putting a pylon over here, maybe to try to spot anything coming this way. Here's that observer. He's coming across the map. And look, that looks like a broken carrier. I've never noticed that before. AzNCloudBoi does have this watchtower here, and here comes a probe to fight for the watchtower. RageQuitter not quite quick enough to be able to take that one out. So the observer is in RageQuitter's base for AzNCloudBoi, while RageQuitter is getting out his own observer. And it looks like he saw the little ripple, maybe? Nope. Yeah, I think he saw the little ripple and knew there was an observer that those rocks. So it looks like he's going to try to clear out these rocks and expand up here, which definitely in these spawn positions is much safer than right here. Because especially when your opponent is going for robotics, if they can get a Colossus out and just walk up on this high ground, your probes are going to get destroyed right here. And if you don't have these already cleared out, then it'll take a while to get up there. So AzNCloudBoi does have a kind of scary force right now. He does outnumber RageQuitter in Stalkers and does have those 2 Immortals out. So it looks like he's going to try a little push here. This observer is going to spot it. Yep. Let's see if hopefully RageQuitter was paying attention. He did just now throw down his expansion, so he's pumping out Immortal of his own. Going to chrono boost that because he knows this attack is coming. And going to get out that 3rd gateway, try to pump out some units before these guys get up here. AzNCloudBoi is starting his own expansion on his high ground expansion too. RageQuitter's still a little high on the money. Maybe like to see some zealots or something to help get rid of that. Oh, good force fields right there by RageQuitter, able to keep these Immortals out and split the Stalkers off. But a little bit of bad control right there, because the zealots did just kind of run their heads against the force field until they. So it looks like RageQuitter is going to be able to hold this off fairly easily, although these Immortals are still a full health. Good damage. AzNCloudBoi really needs to retreat the Immortals, so this is easy, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so. He waited a little too long to pull back. And RageQuitter may be able to snipe this Immortal. I don't know, it's up to these Stalkers. As you can see, he's controlling these Stalkers just to try to get him up there to do as much damage as possible, and down goes the Immortal. So that's a big loss for AzNCloudBoi. He lost his entire army, and he probably could have saved both of those Immortals at the end. And I did see up here the robotics bay. Slightly hidden, but AzNCloudBoi does see it already. So I do have a Colossus on the way. Here he is main-arting probes over to this expansion. What he really needs is gas. He has an excess of minerals, so he's getting up both of these assimilators to try to get that gas out pretty quickly. Getting a couple more gateways down to help spend some of those minerals. He does have thermal lance just now started. Excuse me, mute that call. Alright, hopefully my mic was muted for that. So RageQuitter just kind of macroing up right now a little bit. AzNCloudBoi looks like he's behind on harvesters. Yeah, he's behind by a good bit. And because of that, his income is way behind. So he really needs to get a whole bunch of probes out early. I guess that's how he got that big force. He cut probes to try to make his ground force bigger when he pushed. But good control by RageQuitter, definitely with those force fields, so he cut the army in half and take on half of it at a time. Was able to repel that. And now you're going to see this macro advantage with the harvester advantage from RageQuitter really kicking in. So AzNCloudBoi catching up a little bit on the harvester count, but still behind. And this is just a random observation, but those are some strange hotkeys down there. He's got one Nexus hotkeyed to 4 different keys, an observer hotkeyed, and it doesn't seem to have his army hotkeyed at all. And it looks like RageQuitter only has his army hotkeyed. Doesn't mean anything, I'm just curious, like to see that. So, looks like RageQuitter is moving out with 2 Colossus, and that range upgrade is done. The 3rd one just about to pop out. And throwing down some proxy pylons is going to be able to reinforce much easier. Let's see where he chooses to go. Looks like AzNCloudBoi is aware that the army is gone. Gonna try to come back and find him. See if RageQuitter chooses to push up into the main or attack these back rocks back here. Still not sure what he's decided to do. Looks like he's gonna go for these back rocks. But there is a probe right here at this watchtower, so AzNCloudBoi is gonna see this coming. He is moving all his forces back here, but RageQuitter has a much larger army. AzNCloudBoi is going to need some awesome sentry micro, I think is the only thing that can possibly save him. But these Colossus do give vision up the cliff. So, RageQuitter retreating a little bit, taking some shots on those Zealots, but I don't think, yeah, only one unit looks like it took actual health damage, or that could have been damaged from earlier. So pulling back to reinforce a little bit. AzNCloudBoi kind of scrambling, trying to get as many units out as he can, and he did hot cancer eventually. If we take a look at the units tab, though, looks like RageQuitter has the advantage in every unit except for Immortals, or even. So, AzNCloudBoi in a little bit of trouble. RageQuitter able to push up the ramp before AzNCloudBoi is able to respond. So it's going to be really tough to force field. Some force fields going off for both players. I think AzNCloudBoi got the better of it right there. But it looks like he just doesn't have enough to hold off this army. RageQuitter's going to pretty easily plow through this army. He's going to have quite a few men left. A couple Zealots warping in, but they're not going to be able to do anything. And now it's pretty much just going to be mop-up duty for RageQuitter. This Colossus over here getting quite a few free shots off, but RageQuitter does target fire him, force him to back off. This expansion going to be going down very soon. RageQuitter, meanwhile, is getting out his third base, just in case he wants to finish off AzNCloudBoi. Pretty easily going to be able to do that. Working in more stalkers. He's had very good control of these Colossus. I think he had 3 to start with, I think. So he still has 2 left with 400. And there's the GG for AzNCloudBoi. Pretty much what that game came down to was CloudBoi cutting probes to make that early push, and RageQuitter being able to have very nice control, cut that army in half right at the choke, exactly like you're supposed to, take it out, and then he had the harvester and macro advantage. Just able to milk it till he had a giant force, and pretty much just kind of roll over AzNCloudBoi in the late game. So, good game from RageQuitter. I've got a couple more of his games I'll post up in the next couple of days, so